So let's get started on our spicy chili. So typically when I make chili, I just use ground beef, but you could use ground beef, ground chicken, ground turkey. You could go no meat at all. But today I'm using chorizo sausage. So there's a couple of different kinds of chorizo. You've got your more of your Spanish chorizo, which is more like a summer sausage, but even less soft, where you just slice it. You also have more of the Mexican style chorizo, which is ground, and it has a lot of red dye, and it tends to be greasy, so you would have to drain that off. This chorizo I got from one of our local grocery stores that still has kind of an old-fashioned meat market, so they ground it up themselves and make it, and it is so much better. It has a lot less fat, and it is fairly spicy. So this is 1 pound, so I'm just going to dump that into my pot there, and we're just going to kind of break it up a little bit, and then I'm just going to brown it. So just on top of the stove. I want this to be kind of a one pot, so I like to use my big Dutch oven here, and that way I'm dirtying up less dishes, so less cleanup for me later. So, all right, and then once this gets browned, I'm going to add about 1/2 cup of diced yellow onion to that, and then just a spoon of minced garlic, so about a tablespoon. So our chorizo cooked off, and you can see there's not a lot of fat in this chorizo. So if you have a local store that has kind of a butcher shop that carries it, I would get it from them. And if you do buy it just in the tube, then you're gonna want to probably drain some of that off of there. So our onions are cooked in there, our garlic is cooked in there. So we're going to add 1 can of green chilies, and this is just like a 4.5 ounce can, and they're already chopped up. So and then we're also going to add a can of tomato sauce, and this is a 15 ounce can. And then also a 14 ounce can of diced tomatoes. And then I'm going to add a whole pack of chili seasoning. Now, I like my chili to actually have more of a chili taste, so this says to use with 2 pounds of meat. We only used 1 pound, but you've got to consider all the other ingredients in there as well. So we're just going to add that whole pack. Give it a good mix in there. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of black pepper. It's probably about 1/4 teaspoon or less, and then just a little bit of salt. Once it's heated up all the way through, then taste it, and then you can adjust your salt and pepper as needed. All right, and then for the other ingredient, we are using hominy. So if you have someone in your family that doesn't like beans or can't eat beans, then the hominy could be a good option for them. I'm just using all the liquid and everything because you don't want your chili super thick, so no point in draining it off unlike beans, you would want to rinse off, but the homony's doesn't require that. So I'm just adding 3 cans. This is the golden hominy, but you could use the white as well. Just whatever you have at your local store. All right, we're just going to give this a good mix, and then we're just going to heat this until it simmers, until it's completely heated through, and then it'll be ready to go. All right, the chili is done. It's heated all the way through. I did taste it, and I don't need to add any additional seasoning. So just always taste yours, because everyone has a different preference for levels of salt. So anyway, so we're going to dish this up. There we go. And then we're just going to top this one with some grated cheddar cheese. And then we're just going to add some sour cream to that as well. And there you have it. It is a beanless chili. So a spicy chorizo chili with hominy. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on other fabulous videos. Like it, share it, leave me a comment. Till next time.